Alright lads, welcome back to the slime video, and boys, today we have our day 1 tier list. It's essentially day 2, but it's been around 24 hours now. And couple of things. One, this video took very long to make, around 3 hours to actually make this thing you see on screen now. And they're probably wondering, what the hell, how did it take so long? Essentially, I went to Photoshop and remade every character you see right now. So if you look right now, Millen, I can move her around, I can change whatever picture I want there. Essentially what I did, I can like remove the stars, I can change the type I want to, so right now we have Millen, and now she's a win character. So that's why it took so long. So I had to do that for every single character. So hopefully you guys appreciate the effort put into this. And let's just go through who the best characters are, right? Alright, so a couple of things before I do get dragged across the community. This is, one, my opinion. I could be wrong. This is literally day 1. So if anything, do leave a comment if you think I'm wrong or you have a different opinion. Because this tier list we can evolve as we go on, right? 2 is the fact that this is a PvE game. So the only real things we're going up against right now is literally story bosses. And well, if a story boss is, you know, a dark type, then the best team to bring against that team would be, you know, light, right? So at that point, the light team would be very good. You can't really bring a fire team with too much, right? So it's, you know, a team and a character is going to be very useful. They're going to have their uses. They're going to have some niches. But until we actually get more content in the game, more like, you know, just bosses or whatever they add to this game, then we can start ranking people differently, right? So just bear in mind that, because it's going to be very raw, basically, this tier list right now. Alright, so let's start off with the most important part, right? The protections. And lads, this is a very obvious one, right? Every single 5-star protection is going to go into the S tier. Now, the reason why is because literally right now, we only have one 5-star of each element. So essentially, you know, until we get another Earth type 5-star protection character, that's when we can judge them. If you're running an Earth team, you want it to get this, I forgot what his name is, the Colossal, I think is what it's called. And if you run a fire team, you bring Ifrit. There's literally nothing else you can bring apart from a 4-star character. So for right now, every single protection 5-star is going to go in the S tier, because literally you cannot run anything else but these guys. Alright, so for the actual protection characters for the 4-stars, a lot of them are basically just worse actual 5-star characters, but then do different types. So like I mentioned, Ifrit does, he does fire and light, where the salamander does fire and earth. So if you are on the fire earth team, you're going to bring this guy. That's if you don't have Ifrit. Because if you have Ifrit, you're probably going to work around the fire and, you know, light team. So I think right now we put all the 4-stars in B. However, I do believe the actual Veldora is, I think, the worst one. Because unlike Geltir, I think that's his name, he does water and, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's water and light, where this Veldora just does water. So why would you bring Veldora when you can bring 2 different types? I guess you're running a full water team, but then again, you're kind of limited. So I think if anything, Veldora might be C tier. I mean, he is the free unit, right? He was given for free. I could be jumping the gun here. I'm not really looking at the actual traits. That's when you get dupes. I'm looking at the base actual skills. And I mean, fair enough, this Veldora can actually transform all your certain colors into another color, and it's all of them. But I think right now, I think that's where I want to put it. But do correct me if I'm wrong, because I think right now all these ones here are 2 different type of elements, where this guy's only 1. So I think that moves him down a bit. And of course, the 3-star ones, yeah, I mean, if you're not using 3-stars, I don't care what they do, you are not using 3-stars. Yeah, because all these guys do is increase magic and power attacks. So you can see right now, if you look at it in-game, some of them use magic. So you have to use like a book, for example, in their gear. And the ones that use swords are like power characters, I believe. But yeah, like they increase it by like 11%. You'd rather just do, because then you're forced to bring a 4, and even the percentage is only 11% for like a lot of them, right? So you rather bring an actual elemental, which increases by like 13%, even a 4-star. Like you're not bringing any 3-star characters. Alright, so let's go through the actual 3-stars again for the actual battle characters. I think some of them are usable though, so some may actually go higher. Alright, so Rotate is going to go into the D tier. Not really that great of a character. Gale, I think his name is, also going to be joining him. Alright, so Alice, though. I had seen she's on a team. I believe it's the space team, I believe. But she does have a single target stun. It's 10% is low, but I think that might just get her above the C tier. Alright, Rigard, I think is going to go into the C tier. A little better than these guys, because he does actually apparently act as a tank, really. So we're going to put him in there. I forgot what this guy's name is, but you wouldn't really use him. You can, though, because he has like 4% pierce rate increase, but like, no, you wouldn't. And then this guy's sports going to go into D tier. So, boys, that is it for the 4-star or the 3-stars. Let's go to 4. Alright, so a big jump cut here. Basically, my mic kind of messed up a bit. And to be fair, I think I went too long explaining all the character abilities, which you probably don't care about because they are 4 stars. But essentially what I've done here is I separated them based on how useful their skills are. Every character has 2 skills, and I do believe everyone in this tier right here, so the B tier, does have, in some case, 2 useful skills. While the bottom ones, these are Gobta and Shuna and all the other ones at the bottom, only have 1 useful skill. The second skill is based around poison. For some reason, a lot of characters in the game have like poison resistance, remove poison, and I don't think it's that great in an everyday situation. Yes, there might be an event where, or a boss battle where, you know, poison resistance or removing poison may be a bit better, but I don't think they'll use them every single game, right? Alright, so finally to the 5 stars. Now, you got to remember, lad, this is a PvE game, right? So, and there's no bosses yet, it's literally just story chapters. I think there's a conquest, but you have to get to a certain point in the story that I'm not there yet. Once again, day 1. And, well, if this was a PvP tier list, right, and I will say right now who the best 5-star is, in my opinion, is Rimuru, the space one, because he actual 2 skills is to increase attack and defense, which, like, once again, the actual main thing in this game is protection characters, these guys at the top, so you're building your team around those guys. But if you have this guy in your team, you can literally, no matter what, just increase your attack and defense to where your other character can do more damage. So this is why I think it's higher. But like I said, if this guy was the best team in the, or best character in the game, then normally you rate the other characters around him. But that's not the case here. So what we're doing is rating, since there are 2 of each element. So there's 2 earth, 3 wind because of the 3 Shauna, but 2 fire, 2 water, 2 dark, and 2 light. So I think the best thing to do is to rate them 2 or them against each other. So right now I think the best earth character is Trini, or Trini, I think it's the same name. And that's because she does a massive heal, pretty good to keep alive, and it's kind of good in these boss battles, and a good single target ultimate. But like I said, if you're going against space characters, you got to bring 1 earth character. Trini would be my actual go-to person. And it goes for wind here. I'm going to say Millen is the better one, because she increases your soul combo damage, and apparently it also increases her own critical rate. So she's been like a crazy DPS. So yeah, definitely going to be better one of the wind characters. So for fire, I actually have both of them, and I can tell straight away who the better person is, and that is Benimaru, because he rolls on crit, like increasing his actual own attack, and just his attack just does way more damage than Shizuwa. And I have both of them like kind of the same level and maxed out and stuff. So yeah, I think definitely the better fire character is Benimaru. Crazy DPS, by the way. The best water is going to be Rimuru again. So he does heal, but a little bit different rather than Trini just outright healing you by 25%. He also increases Soul of Divine protection damage until the end of the battle by 5%. And I can go up to 100 times. That's assuming you use it a lot of times. So yeah, overall, if you just keep going on, he's going to keep on healing you, making the battle last longer, and also increase your actual damage for Soul of Divine protection, which is better than this guy. Alright, so for the dark type characters, I do believe the best one is Shion, because if you look at Beretta's actual second skill, which is to increase all allies pierce rate by 10%, and also increase all allies guard penetration by 5%, 2 different skills, but 10% pierce rate is not that high, right? When you look at Shion, where she actually increases by 80%, and also a pierce power by 20%, you don't get that defense, with a guard penetration by 30%, but like it's way more actual attack, so I do think she's better, plus area ultimate. The only bad thing about Shion is to actually increase all allies poison evasion by 90%, which yeah is great, but once again, poison, you're not going to get it every single time, but I do think she's the better DPS here. So for space characters, literally Rimuru's already at the top, so if anything, he was going to move up there. He is the better one out of all of them. And for the light characters, I do believe it is Gazel. I've not used him just yet, but he's all around building up your DPS. With this Shuna is actually increase all allies stun evasion rate by 90%. Which again, I'm not too sure we got into crazy in story mode where you get stunned a lot, but that's not the greatest of skills. You're not going to reuse it every single turn. I don't think I've even been stunned yet in the whole entire game. So essentially right now, she'll be useless, and she's not really a DPS. So overall, if you're going to be going against a dark type boss, you're bringing a Gazel basically. So yeah, boys, let me just fix this actually. Yeah, boys, that is the tier list. Once again, I think in the future we'll probably have to make another tier list, or like, you know, put Rimuru higher, because I do believe Rimuru is the best one. But once again, this is a PvE game. If you're going to be versing against a certain type of character, you want to bring a certain set of team. But yeah, boys, thank you for watching. Let me know if you think anything's different, if you would rate someone higher or not. Whether you think, you know, Benimaru, at least in my situation, I do know Benimaru is better than Shizuwa. So yeah, boys, thank you for watching, and let me know what you think, and yeah, peace.